Here's the problem with fucking Ayaka and Ganyu, right? Kaya is better. Quick swap Eula is way more high potential than auto attack Eula. That's why Kazuha is a better main DPS than Zhao. Yeah, Kokomi is the best character in Genshin for freeze. I do free shatter Eula sometimes, yeah.
Hello there, Flip here, and today, again, trying something different because I'm simply just that guy. And also I have a fun idea given to me by a certain viewer of mine, where I'll be looking at different Genshin content creators who have made some outrageous takes on characters in the game in general, and trialing them in court for the accusations, and then giving them a fitting sentence for said crimes. But before we get into the video, standard YouTube practices, if at any point during the video you were entertained, drop a like and maybe even consider subscribing, because that would be very bing chilling of you. Going back to the video, the first person to be trialed is none other than Sekapoko, who should deserve no introduction. He is one of the earliest content creators in Genshin and a well-known Genshin streamer on Twitch while playing multiple gacha games in the past. Surely he should be innocent of his charges and be knowledgeable enough about the game. Let me just look over the evidence I've been provided and holy shit.
Here's the problem with fucking Ayaka and Ganyu, right? Kaya is better, okay? Straight up, Kaya is better all the time, unless you're going to like C6, R5, and Constellation route. It's so annoying that Kaya is better. It's fucking dumb that he's better.
What the actual fuck did I just want? What? You heard it here, boys. Kaya is simply just better, providing absolutely no evidence and throwing out this far out of left field statement, confusing the fuck out of his viewers. I'm like, what do I say? It's actually just, how do you come to this conclusion? Ayaka and Kaya shouldn't even be in the same breath, because Ayaka is just giga front loaded, and then Ayaka also outscales his E. And then for Ganyu and Kaya, I'm not explaining this. Ganyu has quadratic scaling on her ultimate, which is one of the most powerful ways damage can stack, can do most of her damage at a distance or off field, has an absurd amount of scaling on her charge attack that can be launched like every 2 seconds. Kaya is good, but he isn't shit compared to Ganyu and Ayaka. They are simply better units for DPS purposes. I don't really see what you can grab from Kaya's kit that just makes him better than Ayaka and Ganyu. Well, this isn't going as favorably as I thought. Hopefully the other pieces of evidence can maybe lighten your sentence, but this is looking like a minimum of 10 years with the potential for parole and a certified clan card added to your name. Let's look at the next piece of evidence.
It's all for the N4AA. You don't even need to do that much, dude. Like, it's so unnecessary. What if you're C0? It's literally the same question every single time I bring this up. Even if I say it's C0 Eula. It's so annoying, dude. Even if I say C0 Eula and talk about what you do on C0, there's always some fucking papega in chat that says the exact same thing. But what about C0? I literally just told you C0, bro.
Okay, so this take isn't as bad as the first one because I still can't comprehend any logical conclusion that you can draw to say that Kaya is above Ayaka or Ganyu, but depending on the situation, dropping stacks from a Eula ult can be better when you know the enemy is going to move, or if you think you have enough damage, and also if you're C6, you can only do one N4 hold. But the problem is, this isn't what he said in the clip. First, I was gonna be more respectful and have my gentleman suit on with my big boy pants buckled up, but when you shit on someone who's literally right, by the way, and then gets the whole chat to clown on them, I have to get your ass! First, there is no way you call someone a papega, then you can't even battery a unit properly. And yes, no shit, you have no energy when you're running Eula as a solo cryo. Raiden is giving less than 30 energy to Eula, which is highballing, and even though this is a lot, You still cannot just get rid of a cryo battery, so this team is fucking stupid. Speaking of how dumb this team is, why not just slot Xingqiu in this team, and you actually have a strong team that synergizes well, instead of just slotting Eula randomly in this team? If you aren't even going to do her whole burst rotation, then just use a better quick swap unit here, as Eula still extends the rotation because with the stupid way you play her, you are still doing the whole D, which is a decent chunk of time. This team is stupid and so is this take.
Not enough energy. Same problem with Eula, right? This is where, like, autoing on Eula for 20k, it's like, not that much, dude.
Also, in what existence is 20k a low number? Especially for an auto attack that has no cooldown.
A lot of people think you just need to go all in, auto attack, get the biggest possible ulti on Eula, and then honestly, you lose damage trying to get it.
What? So this take is literally mathematically incorrect. Eula has one of the smoothest rotation loops in the game and it flows amazingly to where at the end of a Eula rotation all your support should be off cooldown to set up your next rotation almost instantly. If you are running another hyper carry alongside Eula, then either Eula or that hyper carry is being wasted in the team. It's also why Eula and Raiden teams can fall off in DPS after the first rotation. Because having both Eula and Raiden have to be on field to do their kit extends rotations, and if you fuck up once then you could be losing a lot of DPS. So yeah, Eula rotations don't fit all too well with another carry, and if you're not running 2 carries, this point is stupid.
Chasing the ulti on Eula, you lose damage on your team rotation.
On what team though?
A lot of the time, unless you have C6.
Wait, but this makes no sense. It's the other way around. C6 is where you can forego building stacks because you will probably never need more than 15, which can be achieved in one N4 hold E string. My brain can't take any more of this. I'm moving to the last piece of evidence before I end it all. Seka, I will be removing the clown card from you and giving you ownership of the whole circus where all the other Papegas in your chat can join you. I'm also removing all chances of parole from you, and your sentence will be extended to 15 years definitely. We have a last piece of evidence to look at before I finalize your sentence, but hopefully this take isn't as bad and I could possibly lighten your sentence. Let's look at it.
Do you think that Ito's raw damage make up for the lack of reaction-based damage? That's what Eula does, right? That's what Raiden Shogun does, right? Reaction-based damage is overrated in Genshin.
Boy, if you don't...
A lot of people like really heavily rely on only reactions to do damage, and they're really, really good early and mid game, but like they do not really like make the entire game. There's plenty of mono teams and teams that rely on less reactions in order to do damage.
I don't want to do this case anymore. Why is it that every time Seka mentions Eula, what follows is the worst take imaginable? First, it really depends on what you mean by reaction damage, because no matter how copium you are, Eula wants superconduct, which is a reaction. If you are strictly talking multiplicative reactions, then I mean for every character that can consistently proc them, then they just scale higher. Raiden isn't relying on multiplicative reactions because she literally cannot do them. But she compensates this by being able to do a fuck ton of transformative reactions like Overload and Overvape while losing none of her raw damage, and these teams where she abuses these reactions are some of her highest scaling teams. The only reason why mono comps like Mono Pyro are really viable is because of Kazuha. Without him they would be kind of cope, and if you don't have Kazuha, you have to overinvest in these units to get a minimal damage increase when you can literally just build a vape team with Zhangling or Yoimiya and get double your damage for free. Also, what? Multiplicative reactions literally get better as you play the game and do more damage, so they scale harder. So I don't know what rat's ass you pulled this take from. And another problem with your take is that teams that are based on doing a lot of reactions normally, if not always, scale harder than teams that do less reactions. Literally just look at Sukokomon.
For example, Yoimiya is a character that can actually do really well without any reactions whatsoever. So can Klee. She can do very well with no reactions.
You just gotta love how he proceeds to name arguably the worst DPS in the game and a character that is better as an enabler.
What's another character that can do well with no reactions? Raiden Shogun can do really well with no reactions. Zhao does really well with no reactions. Albedo does well with no reactions. There's tons of characters that do really well with no reactions.
What the fuck do you mean tons? You named like 4 characters. Nah bro, I'm done. I can't take this shit anymore. Take 5 more years to get the fuck out of my face. Court closed. Saka is found guilty. Okay, so there was way more shit I could have put in the video, but I didn't want to as I think the point has been proven. Also, as I stated in the disclaimer, I'm playing up the rage and reaction for entertainment value. I don't start shitting, pissing and crying just because I heard someone say something wrong in a video game. It's really not that deep. I do, however, have a problem with when he is saying his opinion and takes as a definitive fact to people that probably also don't understand the game that well, which could fuck with the experience enjoying the game. And when you don't fact check anything and throw out takes like Kaya is better than Gone You, that just causes a lot of misinformation to be spread, which is not healthy for the game or the community. And on that note, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment what you think about what Seka said in the video, as I'd love to hear your opinions and I respond to almost every single comment. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the flip side. Peace.
Stay with me, little bitch. Yeah, you know that I'm your man. You be capping like a snitch, no thoughts.